Hey guys, what's up? This is Cowboy Master here. So, today I'm finally doing that collection video that I've promised you guys for a long time, showing all my Pokemon TOMY figures, all the way from 1990 figures until 2022 figures from the present day, from the new game Scarlet and Violet. So let's go. Today I'm gonna be showing you all of them part by part, showing every single detail of the figure, when they came out, and all this type of stuff. So please remember to subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below what you'd like to see next. Okay, so the first group of figures are the ones who released from 1995 all the way to 1999, when they began production in Japan and in the rest of the world. So here's a Drowsy, pretty basic one. Here are two Chanseys that I got. I got two of them because I got them on different sets of figures. I had to restore this one because it was really badly damaged by some Sharpies and some other things, but I believe it's pretty good now. Here's a Jigglypuff, just pretty normal figure. It looks like he's about to kill you or something, but he's pretty adorable overall. Here's Poliwrath, which I also had to restore because his hands were all destroyed, so I repainted them, and I believe it's pretty good now. Here is a Kakuna, which I do not own the base for, so it cannot stand up, but it's a pretty nice figure. It's pretty difficult to see a Kakuna figure. Here's a weird Pikachu from the 90s. It's pretty nice, but his pose is just super weird. And here is a Venonat, which I kinda messed up the eyes while painting it because it was super destroyed, but yeah, one day I might repaint it to make it look better. So this is the first batch of figures, all my 90s figures. I also have more, but I traded them off for some more recent ones with some friends. I regret it until this day, but whatever, I'll buy more in the future. So now I'll be showing you guys these glossy figures here from TOMY, which came out around the year 2000 until the 2010s, because they stopped producing these when Pokemon X and Y came out and they moved on to another type of figure. So let me show you guys all my grass type starters, because I used to buy lots of these when I was younger, since I really loved grass type Pokemon. So here's the Venusaur line, pretty nice, from Kanto. Here's the Chikorita line, here's Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium. I really like these guys too. Here's Grovyle and Sceptile. Unfortunately, I do not own Treecko, but I plan on getting him someday. Here's a Turtwig, here's Grotto, and here is Torterra from Gen 4. I really like these guys because Torterra is like one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon. So these are all the grass type starters. Let me move on to the next figures. Moving on to other glossy figures, here is my Oshawott line. Here's Oshawott, Dewott, and Samurott. A lot of these figures are from Gen 5 because that was the time when I was actually traveling around the world, so I was buying lots of these figures. Here's a Pignite, the only one I got from that line. Here is Sunfish, he's super weird but super nice. And here's Excadrill from Gen 5 also. And here are figures from other generations like Onix. Here is like Gyarados, I really like this Gyarados. Here's Rhyperior, one of my favorite figures of all time. And here's Lucario, which I traded with a friend and he does not own the stand to it, so it's kinda difficult to make him stand up. Okay, so now let me show you guys these legendary figures along with this regular Dragon one, which I forgot to show you guys. And around the year 2000s, they also realized that releasing legendary figures was way more lucrative than releasing regular figures, so they released a lot of legendaries, and I bought some of them because I was a kid and I loved them. Here's a Tandurus, here's Kiran, here is Raikou, here's Lugia, one of my favorite Pokemon once again, here's Giratina. Here's a Heatran, he's pretty awesome, pretty big. And here is a Registeel. Next up, I'll be showing you guys Groudon and Kyogre, and we'll be moving on to the other type of figures from TOMY. Okay, so I decided to show you guys Groudon and Kyogre separately from the other figures, since these ones have a really special thing to them, which is this base type of thing, which I lost the Groudon one because I traded it with a friend and he threw it away for some reason because he's dumb. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys them because they're my favorite figures and they're so small and super high quality. I really like these ones. These are really expensive and hard to get, and I'm really thankful that I own them since they are super amazing and super nice. The Gen 3 main legendary guys, and I wanted to have the Rayquaza, but he's way bigger than them, so yeah, it would be difficult to get and not that worth it. So now I'm gonna be showing you guys a lot of figures because the X and Y and Sun and Moon lines were the ones which I bought the most figures, and I traded a lot of them, so I lost a bunch of figures but I still have a lot of them. So here's a regular Eevee. I have 2 of them. I plan on painting one as shiny, and I'll be making a video on that because I really like custom making shiny figures. Here is a Mimikyu. Here is Meow. Here is a Pichu, which I got in a huge Sun and Moon set a long time ago. Here's Cubone. Here is an Abra, which is pretty awesome. Here's a Pikachu. I have a lot of Pikachus. Here is a Froakie, a regular Fletchling, Chespin, super awesome. Oh, here's Dedenne, which is a weird name to pronounce. Here is Philioptile, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't remember the name of this guy, so I'm not gonna even try it. Here's Amorous, which I believe is. I don't remember the name of these guys anymore. And here's a regular Squirtle. And Flababy is a bit difficult figure to stand up, so I will be showing it as the last one here. It's pretty nice, but pretty difficult to stand up because it has no base. Okay, so here's another batch of figures from the X and Y line. Here's a Zygarde. Here's Gengar, which is super awesome, but his eyes are looking in different ways, so I don't like him that much, but he's super amazing mode. Here's a Rotomdex from Sun and Moon. Here's Manectric. I used to always play with this guy when I was younger. Here's a Pikachu. Here is another Pikachu. Here is another Pikachu. And here's a special one from the Japanese team, which is pretty awesome. I have no idea if it's rare or not. I traded it with a Japanese friend, but yeah, I really like this guy. I keep him in a separate part of the collection. Here's Hoopa. Awesome. I remember playing with this guy a lot too. Here is Charmander. Pretty amazing one to complete the Kanto starters. Here's this guy, which I do not remember the name at all. I really don't know. Here is Diancie with a base to it. Here's Teddiursa, pretty nice Teddiursa. Here is this guy, which I also forgot the name. Togedemaru, I believe, something like that. Here's another Froakie with a different mode to it. The other one was battling. And here's a Manaphy, the legendary Pokemon. Pretty amazing, so let's move on to the bigger figures now. So these figures, I used to own a lot of them, like this Mega Heracross. I used to own a lot of Mega figures, but I traded them all with a friend. I don't regret it because I traded them for games and all, but I wish I had them nowadays. I really regret some of it, but whatever. Here's a Tyranitar, which thank God I never traded. Here's a Garchomp. Here is a Deoxys, which I lost the base. This one's my fault because I really lost it, but I'll find it someday. Here's a shiny Genesect, which is amazingly nice. I don't know if it's rare or not. Here's a Mega Gengar, which this one I know it's pretty rare. It's expensive to get. And here's a Primal Kyogre, which I used to have the Primal Groudon to fit in. I'm trying to trade it back, but it's really difficult because my friend really likes it. But yeah, these are all my Titan series of figures, the bigger one from Moncolle. So let's move on to my last figures, the most recent one. Okay, so my final figures are Dragonite and Charizard, which are the recent ones that I got that made me come back to Pokemon collecting. I have made 2 videos on them if you want to check it out. But yeah, now let me show you guys my entire collection in a single shot, just like I did in the beginning. Okay, so here's a shot of my entire collection once again, to show you guys all of my figures in case you want to see them all together like this. So please remember to subscribe, leave a comment down below, which really helps me, and leave a like. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys later in my next video.